him the game. Obviously, Ember's a hero that gets a Blightstone. It's unlucky because it's a Catapult Wave. I feel like the hero is fine. In this matchup, I think it's even a little bit better for the co-op than it is against the Ember in the lane. But afterwards, the silence on the Air Spirit can really be a big problem. Although, this Air Spirit hero did get significantly nerfed with the rolling boulder distance being changed. I think a lot of supports are complaining about it, but some core Air Spirits also get that talent. And, maybe we're underestimating how much weaker this hero is now, because it was very strong, like by far one of the best heroes.
Trying to think what the other ones were as well, right? The boulder smash damage with the creeps got nerfed, and then some other talents got moved around.
Yeah, they made level 1 Blink.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Yeah, the 1 point, they changed how much the kick does to creeps, and every time they changed that, the hero got significantly worse. It's 1.25 extra damage now instead of 1.4. So it was very easy to get range creeps, to get like double melee creeps when you're prepping in the lane. And now it might be a bit harder, but if Laurel played at least one pub before this game, he might get the hang of things.
Yep, we'll have to see. I think we'll also have to see, importantly, how no one goes with securing the early range creep without having the scream, which is often what we see from the Queen of Pain. So something to keep our eyes out for. In regards to the facets, what have you been seeing actually more commonly with the Alchemist as well?
So I've seen a couple of people trying the new one, right? How's it called? It's like Alki. Let me double check. It's called Mixologist. And I don't know, man. I think they gotta make that one a bit better, because it's only when you have Chemical Rage on that it works. So yeah, I mean, I understand that they're trying to make the facets better, but I'm not sure it's really at a point where it's better than Seed Money.
Okay. What it's going to be, but we are underway, so it looks like it should be pretty easy setup. I'm excited to see the 9-class Gyrocopter. I mean, I can't imagine it's anything crazy from what we're getting on other support gyros, but maybe it was Milan that mentioned it, that 9-class was spamming it a lot in pubs. It could have been Harry, but someone mentioned that 9-class is back to bringing the Gyrocopter into the pub, so we'll get to see him played. Of course, we did see it earlier today as well in the previous game, but just for 9-class in particular, considering this is one that he is favouring, and was also expecting him to be playing a lot of the Nyx Assassin too, but that went untouched so far in the draft.
Yeah, I mean, the hero, I think the way that Parivision uses in the draft is very good. I think like Gyro support is maybe like a B- hero, but being able to pick 2 carries in a row and still make them flex between each other with the Alk Gyro, it's super valuable draft-wise. And even if Gyro isn't the best support, the advantage you get in the draft still kind of, I think, overpowers Gyro being a B- hero. Yep. So yeah, as long as you're playing some pubs and you understand how the hero works, it can still pay off for you.
Speaking of the flex, like we've seen a while ago that the Alchemist was being flexed to the offlane. I mean, I know 33 was a really big proponent of that, and to a lot of success as well. Like, they were winning a lot of games with 33 offlane Elk. Are you kind of surprised that we are not getting this hero flex at all? Were you expecting that there was a possibility for this in this meta, or no?
I think so. I really think so. Even as a support, right? I think Sab used to play.
Now we're getting crazy.
Yeah, Alk 5. Dude, I think this hero is completely okay. Like, all you need is a Blink Dagger, and you have like this really good stun. You have a Dispel on your OT. But yeah, the offlane also works, right? You can go Radiance, or you can go an Eggs, or you can even just go Blink and also Brawl. The hero's very versatile. I'm pretty sure you can build auras as well if you want to. I'm surprised it isn't tried as much. Maybe people just feel like it's such a good carry that you're wasting potential playing it as anything else. But against the Timber, maybe there's value in flexing it.
We do see a bit of a different skill build as well this time for the Queen of Pain. It's going to be the Shadow Strike. At least 2 points in it currently for no one. So not like we saw last game from 9 trying to body the Ember. I mean, I suppose the Ember can dodge the dagger, right? But it's, as far as I've heard, it is probably one of the more difficult heroes to be able to go for the dodge. No one actually blinked in to try and secure the water and has still a Fairy Fire.
Well, okay, he's actually glyphing the creep so that he can get the experience, but he's being zoned. Okay, first blood somewhere else. But this mid play is super clutch because it's gonna force Laro to choose.
Is he dead?
He might be.
I think he's dead.
Laro.
He's got the Fairy as well.
Oh.
Doesn't get many. Okay, we're just rolled into 9 class, I guess. Who's maybe looking for another kill. I guess happy with dying anyway to reset the resources. I mean, he was stuck in mid with not the greatest health or mana, so he'll make a trip back to base, but they get a nice kill. And like you're saying, with the Earth Spirit misses way too much in regards to the creeps under the tower.
Yeah, like your side lane suffer. Malik is low HP now. The Underlord's getting farm. This was a clutch move. It felt like for a second that maybe no one was going to be punished. But yeah, maybe those small nerfs on Earth Spirit kind of showing here in this matchup, as no one is doing pretty well.
So we see the kill that happened across the map though onto the Underlord. The DM is struggling very much so. Is this how you expected this lane to go?
Not really.
Bottom lane, Malik. Okay, 9 class instead of going back to top is looking to try and slow down the Timbersaws game, but not going to have the damage before the chain back under the tower.
Very close. And he has triple gauntlets of strength on Malik, so that's really the reason he survived there. But going back to DM, I really don't think it should be that hard. Underlord, just because of his passive, he also gets like the bonus damage from CSing, which means the Brave Fire shouldn't be that much of a problem. DK's melee should actually struggle against Firestorm. Yeah, I'm surprised. But, you know, maybe I shouldn't be, because Dragon Knight's just dumb, and it wins every lane. Doesn't matter what happens.
Maybe it's going to get a little bit easier with the Arcane Boots for DM, so just every wave he can play off the back of Firestorm. Inside the river, we're going to see Lyle and the post-screen combination together be able to shut down Dakalis. Maybe they'll be able to go for 9 class next as well, who has isolated Rue up on the high ground. And Lyle, the roll still on cooldown, unfortunately isn't going to be able to jump up there and potentially find the Gyrocopter as well. So it's a 1-for-1, and we do see this Gyro. It's having a lot of impact in the early stage. My 9 class level 4 already, looking to rotate down to bottom as well.
I really like the ward that Parivision put, right? It's not in the cliff there in the river. So when they place the sentry in the cliff area, you don't actually instantly see the low ground one, which means that Parivision is actually going to keep vision there until someone walks towards that area. That could actually pay off for them.
That's the Wisdoms. We will get a 1-1 split. See the supports actually both of them be relatively high level.
Oh, it is the warden now. Take it. Yeah, I mean, laning stage-wise, I guess DM is slowly recovering, but this is a game where Satanic is having pretty much free farm with arguably the best carry in the patch. So we'll see what's going to happen in this mid.
Go on this. Banishment's going to be able to set up for the Brambles. They're going to be careful about no one's ultimate. Not feeling like he's going to have the damage onto Lul, who might now go for the Carlos with the Magnetize and the damage from Aposhka. It's starting to rack up. Another tick of the combo out from both of them will get the kill, and really nice setup. I mean, you've got both Maposhka along with Rue reading that they're going to look to try and put some pressure onto Lul, and they were ready and waiting.
Yeah, I mean, they were hitting the tower with the gyro, maybe a bit too aggressive from Parivision. You know, there's no catapult wave. They didn't really get any kills. Not sure what they expected from that, but there's going to be a Ducalis TP. No one needs his bottle refilled. Alk still free farming. So, you know, with Alk and DK pretty much trading farm, I think the biggest difference we're going to see is that even if the Underlord has a bad game, he already has Fiend's Gate, right? And that is one thing they might be trying to explore right now. The smoke. Oh no, DM might be dead before that smoke even connects, though.
Try and TP out, but the stun's not there. But he might die beforehand to the poison, and he will. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Parivision, they were trying to find Melik. They're going to have to run for the high ground. Melik with the Watcher Vision. Oh, nice bushwhack. Stops him mid-animation of the chain.
Wait, did he channel the outpost by mistake?
Radiant's middle tower is under
He was not. He didn't
Oh.
TP. I think he just clicked the outpost.
Wait, who's this? Sorry, the Timber?
The Timber, yeah. Like his TP is
No, he got
ready.
bushwhacked. No?
Oh, yeah, but
What
maybe,
did
yeah.
you see?
I thought that he clicked on the tree and then misclicked the outpost and was just like channeling something. But maybe it was the stun
okay, I'm not
animation.
sure.
I got confused. But well, they still have that Fiend's Gate. I think that's really kind of what makes or breaks Underlord. He's in a way,
Radiant's top tower
let's
is
say, a
under
weaker
attack.
version of Dawnbreaker in that sense. I guess you do have Abyssal Horde Facet now, so there's still a bit of a contribution. But because Fiend's Gate takes a while to connect, sometimes you don't really get any value from Underlord.
No
So
one?
I'm hoping to see
Oh,
maybe a
off the
rune
back of the double
fight.
damage rune is really going to be outputting a lot of damage inside this team fight.
Shield rune.
They're still going to try to attempt the turnaround with the Sonic Wave while falling low as they're going to chase him up to the opposite side of the high ground. But even Chrysalis wants to get involved in the team fight. This Alchemist TPing in. And that will help them secure a kill on some Oposhka, who had a bit of a streak as well. DM is going to get some revenge for those early deaths, but unfortunately with him gone, it does leave Satanic alone. And with the Armlet and the Elder Dragon form, that tier 1 tower will go down.
Yeah, still a really good fight. They secured the rune for Parivision. As now they're going for Malik here. No level 6 though on the Kales. I don't think you can get this kill. Alright. I mean, good contribution from the Underlord. He's gonna recover a little bit. You know, Satanic, the damage was already done. He was already huge. That tower was bound to fall no matter what. So it's really on trying to enable the co-op and DM. He also has a stack that he will further enhance. And yeah, it's just going to be a pipe game. You know, against the Nurse Spirit, you're going to get a lot of value out of that item. As long as you're consistently teleporting to those fights and getting the pipe off,
Radiant's middle
it is
tower
definitely a
is
big
under
advantage that
attack.
you have over the Timber that kind of needs to farm a Kaya before he gets an aura item.
Bottom lane, this time 9 class, but the ultimates between the two supports, so they want to go for Malik. Looks like the sharpshooter will be used onto Maposhka. Malik again, lacking just a little bit of damage to be able to deal with the Timber, but Parivision, they're okay. I mean, these ultimates don't have the longest cooldown. They want to continue to secure Crystallis' early game.
Speaking of him, he does have money for Secret Relic, but already has so much that he might be willing to get the full Radiance once it's up. And yeah, it's going to be a 12, 13-minute Radiance. That's really a decent timing. I'm very curious. Oh no, he did take the Blink Dagger away. I was kind of wishing for a Blink Dagger this game. You don't have reliable stun besides the Bushwhack, and if they were able to get Concoction into the co-op, into the Underlord, I feel like there's a chance you can overwhelm this DK early, but it feels like it's going to be that Sanjin Yasha Alk that, I mean, in Crystallis' defense, we saw it work pretty well for pretty much every carry that ended up going for this build.
In regards to the item build as well, what do we make of, I mean, Satanic, it's a very normal build, right? It's the Armlet and the Mask of Madness. We have seen some games so far, I believe, yesterday, where we were getting the Mask of Madness and people were avoiding the Armlet. So what is kind of the consideration when you are deciding between these two items and maybe which one to go first or which one to avoid?
I think it's the region reduction, right? The games that didn't see Armlet were against AA and Doom. So basically, it's kind of it makes you die faster, right? If you have you can't really turn the Armlet off, so you're losing HP from that, and you're just losing heal. So in general, I feel like that's when you don't go Armlet. Ezreal might be dead.
Yeah, they're going to chase him down. Arcane Rune here for the Queen of Pain. One's going to be able to get the kill. This will open up the tower. We already see they're on the opposite side. I mean, Malik's farming up a stack. Maposhka's making another. Everyone back inside the jungle. So they're okay with what just happened. You know, I mean, you tank the gank. to smoke from Parivision. They're not really getting that much out of it, but it's still Crystallis. Radiance is online.
He's getting
Dire's top tower
all of that farm for himself. 3k golded for Parivision. It looked a bit scary in the beginning, but they are definitely getting that lead as Laro.
All inside the river, yeah. Gonna try and make the jump. The terrorize from Rue. Oh, that's great. On to 3. Bushwhack's still gonna hold him down. Ducalis wasn't caught by the controller. Now no one's even looking for the Sonic Wave. The burst will be lacking. Still gonna try and jump over to deal with Maposhka. Melik's now gonna TP in as well as Satanic moving from the north. They want to target down 9 class at the moment. 9 class is not an easy kill. He's gonna be able to stand his ground and output some damage before they're able to secure the gyrocopter. Melik will finally be able to do so, but has it taken too long? Melik doesn't have the greatest health pool, neither does Satanic, who goes down, and Melik too will join him in the afterlife as no one isn't done just yet. Another right click, lacking the damage. Is he going to go for the jump? He will.
Can he get
Diving under the
Maposhka?
tower, now looking for Maposhka next as well. The silence to stop the extra spell casting. No one gets another round of the Scream up before he dies, bringing the Shadow Demon into the grave with him.
What a beast. He still gets the triple kill. He's gonna feed a little bit of a streak there, but 6k gold lead, so much space. The Crystal is out, gets the Wisdom Rune on the right side. Everything... Dude, I'm so impressed by Parivision this game. They're allowing this Underlord to shine. A hero that I think is very hard to execute. Like, his teleportation sometimes takes too long. The Quap doesn't really care about their spirit so far. Only 1 point in silence, which is more than enough for him to maneuver the fights. And he's so farmed that like his BKB is gonna be ready once Laro really gets more of a silence duration. Parivision has everything they could have wished for this game.
Even Chris was stealing the Wisdom Rune as well. So
Yeah.
he saw an opportunity just to be able to walk straight down the bottom lane. Takes that one away from the boys on Spirit. And this is now getting to a really dangerous terror. I mean, no one is farming a gigantic stack as well inside the jungle. It's like a triple at the hard, double or triple at the medium too. So he's also really farmed. Great involvement out of the supports with some of the early game spell casting. And Melik not going pipe means that the damage from Parivision, it will not slow down anytime soon.
Yeah, what I saw a glimpse of that is really the way for Team Spirit to come back this game is the interaction of these tanky heroes with Disseminate, right? That got heavily nerfed several times, I think 2. But if he can get a good Disseminate off in this Dragon Knight that's life-stealing, or even Surge
I actually want to
Spirit...
try and force a team fight. We'll blow up 9 class to start. Maybe can look for Ducalis next as well. No one, he's ready to brawl though. An aggressive jump into the river, dropping the combination. It's a lot of damage, but is it going to be enough to secure the team fight? Satanic will come towards the later stages. They're going to do their best to hold down Crystallis, but you're not killing this guy. He's more than okay, and Spirit, they need to reevaluate, and they'll be able to get Melik and Satanic out of danger, but it looks like this will probably result in a tier 1 tower getting claimed off the back of the 2 for 2.
Yeah, another thing that's definitely worth talking about is the Vessel on 9 class. That's an item you rarely get to see. It feels like no support in the game wants to build this. Even Phoenixes sometimes don't build it anymore. And you're against 3 tanky cores, right? That's the best item for the game. And Gyro as a hero, he gets a lot of early kills, usually gets to farm that item. So I'm very happy that 9 class ended up going for it. This is an item that I think it's under purchased. A Satanic.
No way.
So it's applied.
No
he might be
way
dead.
Between these two, are we serious? Okay. Uposhka first one to TP in. They're still running at him. That kill's not happening. Oh, maybe with no one. He got him. Dagon and the Scream, but now no one's kind of stuck under the tower. Have they got the damage inside some of the silence control? No one just gets the blink away. The poison doesn't get the kill. And now Lal, he's rolled up to the high ground. Is there anything they're going to be able to do about this, though? It doesn't look like it. Crystallis nowhere to be seen. Does not want to get involved in this team fight with how close he is towards the BKB, but the only casualty is going to be Satanic. This Dragon Knight, his net worth continuing to fall lower.
Dude, you cannot ask for a better neutral for no one this game. He got Seeds of Serenity. You don't see that on Quap very often, but that is the tankiest item. He has a 70-minute BKB. This is the no one show. Like, he absolutely coordinating with the supports, stomped the Air Spirit with that double wave into zoning, where he ends up dying. You lose so much experience. Quap, you rarely see Quap this far ahead against a matchup like Earth Spirit because they did pick it into the Quap. Oh, maybe I'm wrong, but regardless, it is definitely a matchup where Quap can feel threatened, and I think this is just a masterclass.
Yeah, Quad was last pick.
Okay, never mind.
Dire's middle tower.
I'm like 95% certain now. Maybe I'm forgetting, but Lal is struggling. Lowest net worth out of the cores. Really having a difficult time to be unlocked inside some of these team fights.
Yeah, and now you have Bottle with Illusion Rune on no one, so the next fight he can even afford not to pop BKB instantly, just to get rid of the silence or maybe a Bramble. Parivision, they can do whatever they want. I think once this BKB is done on Crystallis, we might just see them force Roche. They have everything they could have wished for. Yeah, it's even going to be an Atos on the Underlord, which will severely prevent Lau to play this fight. He's going to have to maybe BKB for like an Atos / Pit of Malice, which feels pretty bad.
I feel like a key person is Miposhka that we need to look out for. How his saves can be inside some of the fights. Terrorize turnaround is a potential as well. They are a bit committal at the moment for Parivision. This is also the nice thing where you're going to have these early BKBs, so you might be able to get in and then also get out.
Yeah, I mean, I think Miposhka, either with the Disruption, but also with Disseminate, you can see that he's actually maxing that spell over Disruption, even though you get a pretty good cooldown reduction. Just because the HP increase in all of these tanky cores is really the way that they have to turn these fights around. You just need to make sure that whoever is the first point of contact gets disseminated. They don't have any aggressive.
See Crystallis, but the BKB instantly, he's not going to hesitate. Protects himself from maybe the initiation from
there's
Spirit.
an Axe on Malik.
He is okay though, but the Scepter's going to pop shortly. Lau looks to try and get the roll in. They're losing their backline though. No one already assassinated the Dark Willow, is now looking for the Shadow Demon. No one. He's going to push Miposhka away, and there will be no fight further had. No one will get the straggler. This Miposhka stuck around for a little bit too long, but Crystallis, we saw this is not the man you want to run into. Can easily react with the BKB Chemical Rage.
Yeah, but you could see a glimpse of Spirit actually being really hard to bring down. The Disseminate on this Malik Timbersaw, he had 2.9k HP because of that HP increase, and really hard to bring down. No aggressive Dispel, either for the Exxon Timber or Disseminate. Now they're gonna fight for the Wisdom.
Magnetize, they do have Terrorize. Oh, it's a good combo! Malik in with the damage, he's good for one. Crystallis BKB still on cooldown, so there's an opportunity to get the Alchemist before the Chemical Rage! What a Terrorize from Ru. Unfortunately, no one. He's going to be able to blink TP out in the tree line. That would have been a massive streak if they could find him, but Spirit, they get some big kills. They don't get the Wisdom Rune, though. No one was able to pick that up.
Dude, Malik is keeping them in the game. This Aghanim Scepter build, allowing him to be the first point of contact. And he's really the hero that has the damage to bring both the Underlord and Alk strength heroes. So, I really like the approach they're having. As long as the Shadow Demon can play with this Timbersaw, they're gonna have a good time. Can they build an aggressive Dispel? Use Scepter on Gyro. I feel like that 9 class is the one that's gonna be addressing that.
That was some very interesting piling with the Terrorize, sending the Elk down the stairs and through the tower. I don't know if it would have mattered, to be honest, because he's still again BKB Chemical Rage on cooldown, but that was very unfortunate.
Yeah, it does work in wonky ways sometimes, of these fears. But yeah, overall, Spirit still trying to stay in this game.
Okay, job at that 5,000 net worth lead, but still need to see some more gold given over. Importantly, are we going to get a Dragonite at that stage, which we have seen multiple times so far in this tournament, and tournaments leading up to this one as well. Sungeon Usher is almost done for Satanic, but still needs some time, and they haven't de-warded this cliff as well inside their own triangle, so could be an opportunity for Parivision to force a fight.
Very true. They don't seem as eager to fight anymore, but yeah, they will smoke with 3. The Alk still farming his AC. They're trying to find Laurel here. Has a BKB.
Has a BKB. Okay, rolls past them. Might be forced to try and drop the ultimate.
Goes
Now gonna turn
forward.
with the combo, but
Okay.
no.
Just a power play.
Messing.
Are scanning.
They are smoked on Spirit as well, potentially looking for Alk farming, but he was bottom with them, so I guess at best
Or
you get
even
some
DM.
vision. True. Unfortunately, I didn't find
They're all
anyone.
not together. Like it's wouldn't really see often the Underlord actually TP the bottom instead of holding Fiendgate for a potential fight. So, like you said, they get some vision set up. Maposhka's going to be able to shove top, but
Radiant's middle
they are
tower
going
is
into the
under
pit,
attack.
and without the BKB, it's going to make it a bit more difficult for Lal to be able to actually take a fight, and they will probably be forced to give this one up if they know what's going on.
Is under attack.
I wonder, you know, with this very tanky build on Crystallis, if...
Is no one gonna? What's going on? No one.
Oh.
The world. Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower
just creating some distractions here, making sure that no one is contesting Roche. And with him being there, I'm assuming it's Crystallis that picks the Aegis up. Sometimes you see the mid-hero getting the first one, but...
Radiant's top tower.
DK Satanic.
Has that
Gonna have the
BKB
portal to be able to
TP?
move through. I mean, what's the call? They actually looking to fight.
Hello?
Satanic got to try and get the kill and then maybe TP out with the remaining duration of the BKB. Will it cover it?
Radiant's middle
It
tower
does.
is under attack.
Okay. I mean, this is a little fight. You distract Parivision a little bit, make sure that the Aegis time is going to be wasted as they have to repush waves. So it's not all that bad here for Spirit. But I think the biggest problem right now is with the AC being done in about 1,000 gold, they're going to definitely be able to posture for all of these tier 2s as Laurel
Dire's middle tower is
finds the
under
gyro, pings it out, TP from the Timber.
It's going to go in early before the rest of the team. Melly, can he find a way to be able to get there? Not required for that. So just
Okay.
a freebie onto 9 class.
This is really good for Spirit. Like, they're getting the small pickoffs, slowing down the Aegis,
Everyone
repushing
to the board?
waves.
No one. But look to try and burst down the Dark Willow. They don't have the damage at the moment. Is this an opportunity to fight? The Hoodwink isn't here as well. Going to be a 3 for 4. Crystal's trying to turn to Malik. You're not going to be able to touch the Timber through the Scepter. This will waste the BKB duration. Spirit, do they want to try and force the issue? It does seem they're a little bit hesitant though.
Yeah, they still have both of their BKBs on Malik and Lara. They're gonna go in.
I was actually in. Kick back into Malik's burst potential. Satanic's going to be off to the right side as well, freely right-clicking. Spirit are playing this game incredibly well to be able to come back from the position they were, down 8,000 gold. And they've clawed this back to a 3,000 lead from Parivision. This Aegis is continuing to be wasted.
They're so fearless. They are when they see one opportunity, even if there's an Aegis, even if they don't have all of the heroes, they seize it. And when Parivision tries to punish, they waste their BKBs. Spirit punishes them again, and they have. I guess they took one tier 2 tower, but considering how far ahead they were a couple of minutes ago, it felt like Parivision could have probably took all of them. Right now, as it stands, I'm not sure how confident Parivision will be to posture for any other ones. They're going side of Vise on the Timbersaw.
Satanic also with the crit sticks, able to get a free kill onto Decalis. We are getting to the stage where it's getting a bit concerning, to be honest. Like, this Alchemist, are you going to scale? You don't really have the heroes to be able to complement you as well getting into the late game.
Yeah, you need this Blowthorn that they're building on the Alk. They're just lacking damage. The Disseminate plus 3 tanky cores, the Vessel is not cutting it anymore. They have all of the BKBs to work with. Smoke
trying to
from
force the fight.
Parivision.
Like, are you really going to be able to kill him though with Maposhka standing
BKB in
nearby,
3
Malik
seconds.
protected? And you've kind of committed a decent amount. Maybe they can go afterwards with the Purge expiring. They're going to try and
kill
gate to the
Timber.
backline to split away the supports, but Maposhka, they still haven't got the Shadow Demon just yet. They're trying to deal with him, but it's taking far too long. It's a big Sonic Wave from no one, but they're still alive on Dire. Crystals will finally be good for one, but it's taken far too long. They haven't been able to lock onto these members. Over the right side, no one will be able to finally address the issue of the Timbersaw. And now he's going to be able to catch up to Rue as well. So no one... I mean, continuing to put the team on the back. It's an Arcane Rune Queen of Pain inside the team fight. He's 13-1-5.
Damn, dude.
Dire's top
Like,
tower
yeah, it's an even trade, but you gotta remember that this is an Aegis fight. Like, they're supposed to be much stronger. And you know what? I think a big part of this is the fact that they gave the Aegis to the Alchemist. I think if no one had it, they would be able to force fights in a much better way. It's not like they really have the damage to kill Crystallis. And it kind of forces no one to play a bit more conservatively. Especially considering how tanky Spirit is. Like, a lot of the damage really comes from the Quap more than it comes from the Alk at this moment.
You have to be so cautious, right, of committing into the fight, because we're seeing the position from the supports, I think, has been incredible. And I guess largely a lot of that is also to the Timber and some of the other heroes, like Lyle is never worried at all of rolling into a scary fight. Satanic as well can just run into the middle, but Miposhka has always been ready with the banishment. I mean, the purges, like you said, disseminate on his teammates to keep them alive. It has been really solid. So Parivision somehow need to deal with the supports. You got to deal with the Dark Lord as well. Like, this potential terrorized turnaround we've seen in some fights has really been a big reason why they've been able to get some kills off the back of it.
For sure. And I think the biggest problem is that, you know, usually Underlord's supposed to be this tanky guy, especially when you win the early game. Oh, but good blink out from no one. But because you're against this Timber and he doesn't have a BKB, Malik is just running into the Underlord, and now that he has BKB, he can just he ignores all the control that DM has, and he's just killing DM from 100 to 0 as
Smoke's gonna pop. Roll in. They're gonna get the initial stun onto no one. No one's got time to react with the BKB. He's gonna be okay. Chucks out a Spiteful Sonic Wave. Lala's getting solid from Crystallis. Miposhka now, as soon as he uses the banishment, puts a beacon onto himself, but Miposhka's going to be able to get away because the claws once again are protecting him. They're onto Crystallis under the T2 tower. Satanic can rain down the crits, and Malik is there with the extra damage that they're lacking.
Spirit's such a scary team. You know, they were both 3rd and 4th in the last Dream League, but they did not play against each other in the later stages. But in Group Stage 2, it was a 2-0 from Parivision. So Spirit maybe looking for revenge here. A Satanic now rivaling the Alchemist net worth.
Bottom lane, no one? Okay. I don't know, I didn't see the start of it, but I saw the ends continuing to mess around with the US Spirit. He's playing out of his mind.
He really is.
14, 1 and 5.
He... I mean, from the get-go, but you know, it goes back to Quap. Like, this hero can carry games, but it's not easy. This hero struggles with damage, as they will probably kill the Ducalis here. Solo kill.
Rue, is he going to be able to get out though? He will. Blink.
Damn.
North and gets a tip 2 for good measure. Nicely done, Rue.
And that's a side of Ice. Pretty much done here on Malik. Bro, these next fights are going to be a nightmare. If they get the opener with the side of Ice on one of those big cores with follow-up of the Earth Spirit, there's not really a save, right? For Parivision, you have, I guess, Lotus Orb, some auras, but we've seen from the last fights that there's plenty damage on Spirit.
Spirit did just smoke underneath an Observer Ward though, so Parivision will have the read that something is going on. See what they want to play, how they want to play this, maybe setting up a trap or just looking to get back inside the base because they are still lacking the Hoodwink.
That's a really good ward from Parivision. That one that spotted their smoke. Usually you wouldn't really sentry around that area.
What do we need the support to do from Parivision in particular in these upcoming fights? Because speaking of one of them, 9 class, okay, they're going to go for the Underlord instead. Satanic with a double damage rune, dude. I mean, Underlord is just going in an instant, and Malik is still not touching him. I mean, this guy, finally the Scepter is going to explode. Maybe a little bit more cautious now after that, but Satanic was a double damage rune. If they can hold someone into place, trying to turn to Crystallis. Crystallis is falling, no one's dying. The splash damage almost enough. 1500 crit on the last right click. Satanic now can turn to 9 class next. That's 3 gone, 2 without buybacks, and they can walk up high ground.
Yep, this Dragon Knight hero doesn't need to be nerfed, right? Absolutely fine what we're witnessing here. 7,000 gold in from Parivision. They absolutely stomped the early game, but this Shadow Demon combination with the Disseminate and tanky heroes just... Parivision, they ran out of juice. They just could not close the fights, even within ages. That, yeah, arguably could have been given to a different hero, but it only gets much harder from here. Like, the heroes on Parivision, Auk just doesn't scale as much. He's gonna have a Blowthorn, but there's BKBs on everyone. You have a Lotusaur being built. You have a new Scepter on the Willow. Good luck even utilizing this Blowthorn.
And the supports aren't scaling as well for Parivision, right? Like, what is a Gyrocopter do late game? Like, you have a crap load of damage in the laning phase of the early game, but we see the items aren't really helping out a whole lot. The Hoodwink as well. Like, this is not a scaling Hoodwink.
They wanted to close this game out, right? And
he is really locked into a not a good spot.
3 seconds, BKB.
Terrorize into the Bramble. Oh, it's not going to matter. They're going to kill him before he's able to get the BKB off. That is a massive streak for Lyle to get. He's been having almost a flawless game. Only one death until now.
Holy moly. He really kept them in this game, but, you know, it's kind of the nature of their draft. They needed to do way more with the Aegis, which they could not.
They're going to try and take the fight without no one? Maybe they need to
Yes, they have buyback. It is a Radiant Roche for 30 seconds.
They're going to force it. Are they going to see the Queen of Pain TP location? Are they just going to set up for him once he comes to and needs to commit with the teleport? Instantly into the Hex. Satanic's now going to turn. No one can respond with the BKB, but he's in a really bad position. Chrysalis needs to get in.
Okay.
Trying to lock down on Satanic, but they have no stuns. Team Spirit, they can dance in and out of the team fight. Finally, Chrysalis should be able to deal with one Miposhka again.
Everyone's still alive.
The banishment's going to be able to keep Lyle alive. He'll now turn to Melik. Melik protecting him. No one off the back of the buyback's going to be able to deal with the Earth Spirit, but they just have nothing left in the tank. They've got no damage. Chemical Rage is down. It's no one against the world, it feels like,
so
and
close.
no one doesn't have what it takes.
Oh man, 300 HP on the Dragonite. They're not going to be able to get Broshan instantly, TP out from Satanic, but that's pretty much a team wipe, right? That's a dieback on the co-op. Sure, Chrysalis survives. These fights are incredibly hard, man. Spirit, they had the positioning, as you said. The Timber just waited for the co-op to TP and vise her. No one starts the fight. We've had his HP. And just an incredible show here from Spirit. A lot of resilience. They never really panicked. And, you know, Malik, to me, was really the cornerstone of how they were able to come back. His fights alongside Miposhka, just amazing stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I was very concerned no pipe on Malik. I thought this was going to be a big issue with the damage that we were seeing from Parivision at the early stages, but the decision for the Scepter and how aggressive, I'm incredibly impressed with his performance.
I agree. And this is going to be a lane of barracks. Still 50 seconds. Such a long respawn timer. I mean, no one's level 24, so that's what happens.
Just keep in mind, Chrysalis had the BKB TP out, so this is now put on cooldown, which they may force high ground, or they may be happy with T2 Tormentor into Roche. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think that's the play. That's the safe play for sure. You're gonna get very close to your 25 on the Timber as well, so you don't really need to rush this engagement. Like, they definitely have the better skating lineup. And speaking of 25, Malik TPs, gets the Wisdom Room. And I guess, you know, 25 on Timber doesn't really matter as much as it used to, but it's still nice.
Okay. Second verse should be able to experience. No contest from Power.
Yeah, so Aegis on Satanic, they have a banner as well. Is there any timing here for Parivision? Any items that they... I mean, Ags is gonna take a while for no one. Yeah, they have the Blowthorn, but no buyback on Chrysalis. And they're camping this Amplified Damage rune. Alright, so a couple small things.
that DD can be the turning point for them, and no one is getting close to 3/4 of the way until he can find it. Scepter is queued up for him.
He got lucky
Really
with his
been
neutral.
in the middle of them.
Timeless Relic. It's really the damage you
Okay.
need. With that amplified damage, maybe that's going to be enough. He needs to find the supports. He does have a shard as well, which I think is really good. No dispel if he jumps Miposhka. And he's really the target you want to burst, but 2.2k HP might be too much even for no one.
It's not even my birthday.
No from Laro.
We expect them to BKB, however, playing a Civ. Restless is in as well with the Chemical Rage, so now puts him on a bit of a timer. No one commits damage. They are aggressive for Satanic is isolated. Satanic is trying to man fight.
No one though.
Yes, the Dragon Knight's going to have the Age, but no one is there. Further to the north, another fight continuing to break out. No one ever can by himself control. It's going to get the blink down to the low gun.
Miposhka.
The Queen of Pain, Miposhka.
Holy.
This Shadow Demon's positioning, the saves, the bench output. He's been exceptional so far. 2 down with Chrysalis is going to try and deal with the Shadow Demon, but no detection.
Oh,
The
they get
KP
the
goes
TP.
to Chrysalis, and that's going to be all she wrote. Spirit back from them.